All right, I'm here with Grease Monkey Dave Cunningham.
Hello.
And
put out a few tools we need.
That's right.
To do a timing belt and a water pump. Might need more than this, but I usually can get pretty much of it done by doing with this many tools.
And we're going to be working on the 2001 Honda Odyssey right here. Ain't she a beaut?
Belt and
we're doing a whole bunch of stuff.
big service.
Big service. Took it to Honda, got the whole diagnostic, and we're going to do all the work. Save a lot of money. These are the prices that you'd normally get charged. $882 for the drive belts, $317 to have the tires. I still need to get the tires. We're going to do that later. The alignment to replace the coolant alone is $91. $83 to change the air filter. So you can see this stuff really adds up. Total bill for all of this was $3,000. So
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And I got all of the parts for, well, I don't know.
$300?
Yeah, about $250, $300. So so here we go. So
we're going to take this cover off first, because we have to expose the timing cover. So we're just going to take off all these little 10mm bolts here. And that takes off your cover.
Okay.
Exposes your intake manifold.
Intake manifold.
So this is a dual overhead cam. So you're going to have a camshaft on this side and a camshaft on this side. And so we got to take off this cover here.
Okay. So
and it has all these little screw heads here that usually you just kind of turn them. If I remember right.
Okay.
There's one. So what I usually like to do is you know, I distinguish right and left. So this is the right side. I'll put all the parts that I taken off the right, you know, out of the way on the right side.
On the right side.
Left.
All right, beautiful. Here, I'll do some of this work because I got to feel like I'm doing some of this. So we finally got the covers off here, both top and bottom.
And so what I was saying is, there's marks and stuff on these cars to put them top dead centers. There's little dots on the cam sprocket here.
Okay.
And you mark those up with the marks that you see on the cover here. There's one right there, marked there, and these marks, that puts it at top dead center, and you make sure that cam too.
Oh, that little indentation?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other way we're going to do it, though, is the simpler way, is we're just going to mark it with some white out. And if you mark your timing belt, and then we count the number of teeth, and we mark it on the same timing belt on the other one, and we put it in the same position as those marks, it'll be fine too.
Right, okay.
So
there's another mark right down there. Right there. Okay, so we're marking the top of the timing belts and matching them up with those marks on the sprocket.
And this is the right side. This is the left side.
And canine influenza may lead to a more severe infection or even pneumonia. Most dogs will recover, but in some cases it can be fatal.
And then you want to come down here, mark somewhere down here.
Dog influenza.com to learn more. If you want to give the woman in your life a Christmas gift with a big ooh and ah factor without a big
With the very bottom?
Yeah.
Now, is there a mark there on that?
The original mark is somewhere around here.
So now I've taken it off. We look for our timing tensioner.
So in order to get this timing belt off, we found out we needed to take the actual motor mount and the engine off because it's
In the way.
it's caught in there. So we've got the engine jacked up right now, so that won't drop on us. Caught on something?
Okay, and this should come out now.
Okay, there we go. So now the engine is
And those two little bolts you have, we'll go here.
right here. Okay. Took the belt off, and we're going to match it up to those marks that we just made.
Okay, and they're same size. That's the thing you want to check. So on this, we want to mark them. So see how that one goes there and that one goes there? So we're just going to mark this one. And then this one, right? Does that look right to you?
That looks right.
Okay. And then I know that this one right here is my bottom. So I'll just make a line going across. And I'll put that bottom so I know it's the bottom C for crank.
Okay.
And then this other one is just another guideline in case that one goes off. And that goes there. So we have that one marked. Okay, and then the the other critical thing is marking the top.
Which is, here's left.
Okay, so that's the
Top.
left side of the crank.
Here's right.
Okay, so now we have to move this belt around. So usually we'll line these puppies up again. And we'll go like this. You see what I'm doing?
Yeah, so they're totally matched up.
So they're totally matched up. And I'll wait till I get close. And after I mark it, I'll kind of like maybe go back and just verify my work. Okay. And then I'll verify it one more time here. Line my marks up right there. So those two are lined up. Okay.
Lined up?
What do you think? Lined up?
Looks like it.
Okay. So those are lined up.
Move on.
So then that's my
left.
So that's my left. And I'll mark an L for left. So I'll move on to the other side. So, if this is right now, I should
That
be able
should
to go
be-
on this side
yep.
and that should line up.
Right.
So let's do that. Right here, those two lines right there should line up. And they're good right over here too.
Beautiful.
So you're okay.
And you know that's the exact amount of teeth.
Exactly. One tooth off matters big time.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay? So, now we can put that back in.
All right. So, but before we put the timing belt back on, we're going to put the water pump in because
And here's the water pump.
there's the water pump here.
Water pump. That blade moves and swishes the water through the housing that's connected to this. Here's your gasket.
And the main purpose of the water pump is to keep the engine cool.
Exactly. Without pumping water through and getting it cool.
Get overheated.
So, if you see these, John, these 10 millimeter bolts, we have to take all those out.
Okay.
That water pump will come out of there.
All right, let's get
And
started.
then we have to put a pan underneath there because we're going to lose some coolant.
Okay. So we've taken all the screws off the old water
If
pump.
I just give this thing a little. Let's see here.
We've got a pan underneath to catch the antifreeze that comes out.
Yeah, let me find a spot where I can grab it. There we go. All our coolant's gonna come out. Rushing down like Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And there you go.
There is the old water pump.
So this is the old water
Actually, it
pump.
looks pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And what you do is you look here, and it did seep at one time. There's a little stain. Do you see the stain right there? So the water pump was starting to go bad on
Okay.
me. So it's a good idea we changed it. See all that leak? And if you look up inside, you can see the little white stain.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was a good
Okay.
thing.
All right, cool.
It's a good thing to change. Take this gasket. Now what they did in their water pump, and we could do that too, but they have some sealer stuff in here, and it kind of holds it in. I saw some yellow stuff in here somewhere. But also too,
It's got these little nubs there. That,
yeah, see that yellow stuff
Yeah.
in there? It's like a little sealer stuff in it, and it grabs the gasket so then it
produces it, right.
But these little nubs on, and that's sometimes what happens. So you got to be careful when you put it up. So we got this gasket in now, and before we put it in, I want to look at the surface that this gasket, see if it's all smooth. If it's not, we'll kind of smooth it up.
Okay.